What is up, guys, and welcome to a tutorial on how to make a layout for a Pokemon series, or it can really be for whatever, but this one is gonna be for Pokemon game. It doesn't really matter which one. It really depends on how you do this. You can do it any way you want. There's a lot of other ways. I'm just going to show you an example of how to make kind of a very simple yet effective one. I know there wasn't any videos that were out yesterday or the day before. It's not that I stopped. I had stuff going on and I couldn't get videos out those days. But tomorrow I'm gonna try and get out a video. Maybe don't quote me on this. But I'm gonna try and get out a video explaining a lot of things about upcoming things and stuff and what's going on with the channel and schedules, times. Oops. So yeah, the layout we're gonna be making here is kind of just for a Hoenn game, any type of Hoenn game. So I will be putting this up for download, so you can download it. And any ideas? This is just merely, you can copy and do the same thing, but for a different game. This, or you can take ideas from this and use them on your own. But to start off, you're gonna want to have it just like a YouTube thumbnail, 1280 by 720p, and click OK, because that's what you're usually going to want to have your video. And if you do HD videos, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but you'll start off with this. And then what I like to do is I like to, if I go in here, I like to add pictures to my background. So I downloaded the new Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire map background here. So take your image and drag it in, and then it doesn't matter if you stretch it out, as long as it's kind of big and it's not like a tiny, like if it was just like this big, that's probably not the best. This is a JPEG, but if you have a PNG, that's probably better. But since this is so big, it doesn't really matter. And then I always like to name my stuff just to keep it more organized. So this is the background. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do a new layer again, and it can be whatever size you want it, whatever you want it to be, really. And you're going to want to click OK. And then go up to image and image size. Now, there's two windows. This is for like a double screen, like two screens. The big screen is, there's a big screen and a small screen, and the big screen is basically, it's a 16:9 ratio, so it's still in a ratio. So you're gonna want, and you can change these if you want. I don't really, depends on you, but for me, I set mine as 800 by 450, and click OK. And then it doesn't matter what color you make it. I'm just gonna do it purple. Then go to your Marquee Tool and select the whole thing and do Control C, and then go over here and press Control V. You get your move tool and put this over in the corner. What I like to do is I like to put my stuff in corners, and then I either count over by 10 or by 20. And for the screens, I always like to count over by 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And if you're going up or to the left, it moves by 2 instead of just 1. So if you were going to go 20 to the left, you would only click your arrow key 10 times. And then down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there is that screen, and then click on this, and I'm going to name this top screen. And then go to blending options and go down to stroke, and I'm going to make it black. I'm going to keep it at 4. And copy that layer style because we'll be pasting that to the part down here. And then if we go back over here, deselect this area and go back up to image size, and change it to 420 by 340. Click OK. And then select that and do the same exact thing. Control C, Control V. Go to your move tool. Move this into the corner. And then, so if we go up, I need to go 20 up, so I'm only going to hit it 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then right click and click paste layer style, so now it has the same exact stroke on it. And now what you're going to want to do is, you don't really have to rename this, but I want to. Make sure none of these are selected, and then select your bottom screen or your top screen, doesn't matter, whichever one's first. And then you can either press Control or hold down Shift and click on that, and then press Control E, and that'll combine them. And then I'm just gonna put that as screens. And then what you're gonna want to do is go over to your background here and go to your eraser tool. Click on this and then click OK, so it rasterizes this. I know you can just go up here and rasterize it or something, but that's easier, I guess. Then go to your magic wand tool and go up to the screens. Make sure you have your screen selected and hold down, click this top box, and then hold Shift and click the bottom box, and then press Control X, and then select your background and press Control X. Oh, oops. Actually, can undo that real quick. Do Control X on this. Do Control X on the background first, then go back up to screens and select them both again, and then Control X. And then that gets rid of them there, so that's where your videos will go. So now you can put this over and you will be able to see the videos. So that's how you do that part. And if you're confused, what I did is I selected both of these, selected this, pressed Control X, then I went back up to the screens, selected them again, stayed on this and pressed Control X. And now I'm left with this. So what you can do now is we're going to put in the badge case. I like to put the badge case right down here. And for the badge case, I really don't know what size it is. When you're doing these things, what I like to do is basically I know how big this is. So if you look at this, this is about half of the badge case, half the width, or a little bit under half. So go to image size, and then the height we know we need to lower that down. So I'm going to lower it down to like 210. And then the width, I'm going to upgrade it to like 600. It's okay. Then copy this, paste it in, and then just see how big it is. So that's where it is. So the height is pretty good. So you just need to do it more. So just press delete because that's make sure it's selected though. So go to image size again, and we'll make this like 800. This may be a little too long actually. No, this is good. So this is, actually I think this is like perfect size. Actually, know what we can do? I know what we can do. Just make this the same size as the width, so oh, it is 800. Okay, it is right. Okay, it is 800. Yeah, it's the perfect size. Okay. So go down to the move here and then put this into the corner and do the aligning thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then right click and paste the layer style. Now we are going to want to change the color of this, so just click down here and I'm going to give it kind of a light grayish color. And then make sure that this layer is selected and go to your paint bucket and just click on this. So that looks good. So now what you're going to want to do is you can, well, I'll leave that there just so I'll show you other things. Maybe you can exit that out if you want to. It doesn't really matter. But I downloaded if you just search up, I'll leave a link to it down below. It's a badges. Actually, I'm gonna open it up. You want to go File, Open, and these have all the badges through 1st gen to 5th gen. And they're spaced out nicely for the most part, which is good. So we are doing Hoenn badges. So here are the Hoenn badges, and they are in order, which is what we want. So take your Marquee Tool and select all the badges, and then press Control C. Go back over here and press Control V. And then press Control T. If they're big like this, just do Control T. Move them over here and then hold Shift while you do this. Well, actually, you don't need to do Shift because we're gonna. Then it should lock in if you have snapping on. Actually, I don't know if I have snapping on, but you can see it's pretty good. So I like that, and it may look bad if you do this. Kind of readjusts it. If you download them all separately, it'll work. And for this, what we're going to do, go down to here. If you want to keep things organized, make a group folder, or a folder, and name it Badges. Okay. And this is the badge background. So now what you want to do is make sure you have your layer 2 selected, and then go to your Marquee Tool, and just make sure you have the first badge selected. Then right click on the object and click Layer via Copy. And then we'll just name this Badge 1. And go back over here, and you're basically just you're gonna want to do this on all the badges. So I'll be back once I do this to all the badges. Okay, I went ahead and made all 8 badges. So now this is the original layer with all the badges on it. So if you click this I button, that is supposed to make the badges go away, but since we have made all new badges, now they're single individual badges. So basically you can just hit delete and delete that because we don't need that anymore. Then click badge 1 and then hold down Shift and click on badge 8, and I'll select all of them and drag these into your badges folder. So now if we close this, it keeps it nice and simple. So what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to make, you're going to click the first badge again and hold down shift and click badge 8 so you select all of them, and then go up here to is it select? Oh, wait a minute, what did I do? Hold on a second. Okay, I remember right now. I remember now. So select all of these, and you're gonna actually, I don't know if you need to select them or not. Press Control though, and do this. Click in the little box right here, and then hold down Control Shift, and then click on all of the boxes. And now all of those are highlighted. And what you're gonna want to do now is you want to go up to up here where it says select, and then click modify and click expand. And then you're going to click expand by 2. And now what you're going to want to do is over here it says you just want to make a new layer, and then go over here and make this a little bit darker. So right about there is good enough. And then go to your paint bucket tool, make sure you have layer 1 selected, and then just do that. And now you can deselect all of these, so just click anywhere. And what you're going to want to do is drag this all the way down to the bottom of the badge of badge 8. And you can't really tell, but like, well, you'll be able to tell more in the future. So now what you're going to do is get rid of, press the little eyeballs on all the badges. So now it's just this. But this doesn't look the best, so what you're going to do is right click on layer 1, or whatever you did that, we can rename it to badge slots. So right click on that, go to blending options, and then click on bevel and emboss. Now you can change the boss and I can't remember which emboss it is. I think it's this one. Excuse me. Just kind of change it to your likings. Oh yeah, add a drop shadow to it too. You're going to want to add a drop shadow. So make it bevel and emboss, and then have it inner bevel smooth, and then kind of just have it going down towards there. And you're going to want to, the size is fine. The depth, you don't want to have it too much. Make it like 60. Yeah, that's good. Oops. So if you go down the drop shadow, you're going to have the angle at -32. Opacity, you just have it at like 75. That's good enough. It doesn't need to be more than that. And that should be pretty good, so then just strut that up. So now if you do this, you can actually see that it looks like the badge is actually in the slots. So it's not just like, it doesn't just appear. It actually looks like the badge is in the slot, in the holster, I guess you could say. So that's the effect that we're trying to go for here. So now that you do that, so basically what you're going to want to do is you're pretty much done now. You're pretty much done. Actually, we are done. So what you want to do is you're obviously not going to start out with all the badges. So what you're going to want to do is go to File, Save As, and it's probably, you don't have to do this, but for me it's more convenient. So I have a Photoshop projects thing here. I'm going to rename this to Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire layout, and then just click Save. And what that does is now if I go to File, Save As, it always starts out with that, so that's easier for me. Select the place that you're going to want to store your pictures. I have a video overlays. And if you're looking at that, these are terrible. That was a long time ago. So now what you're going to do is go to, not Pixar, PNG, and just click, I'm going to put no badges. And then you click OK. And then one by one, you're going to want to add your first badge, because when you get your first badge, you're going to want to have it like that. So then Save As. Go back to the place. And I'm just going to type one badge. And then click Save. And you're going to want to do this for all 8 of them, so I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so save the last one. And now what you can do is, I did this for some of my other ones for black and white layout, because I'm going to be playing that game after Pokemon Glazed is finished, after all those episodes are up, so you'll start seeing all of those. And now if I'm going to go over real quick to some of those, so I'll be right back. Okay, so you're getting a sneak peek here of what it looks like. So this is the black and white one that I made, and this top corner here, what you can do is if you make another one of these same size, and if you do the exact same thing, well, not the exact same thing, but you kind of put it on top here, what you can do is I made these cool gym kind of sidebar, so to say, things that are up here that will be for the gyms. So this is what I'm talking about. So of course I don't have any badges when I'm going to be taking on this gym, so make sure you don't put a sidebar in when you have like all the badges or something when you're not going to be taking on this gym with no badges, because then you would just be a fool. But this is a sidebar that I kind of made here. And I made these for all the Pokemon, and you can see I get badges as I take on more gyms. So that's a cool way you can do those. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that you do the same style I did, because I would kind of feel I came up with this sidebar myself, so please don't steal it, or I don't know, please just don't. If you do this, put credit where it's due. But that's it for those. So now I'm going to switch over to Sony Vegas, and I'm going to show you how to actually put footage into your layout. So yeah, here you go on the flip side. Okay, so here we go in Sony Vegas. Now, if you have Sony Vegas and you have problems with crashing and rendering, you can never render out a video and you always crash, like maybe it's your video drivers that crash because of Sony Vegas, what you're going to want to do is, it doesn't matter if it's a shortcut, start menu, or whatever, right click wherever it is and click Properties, and you're going to go to Compatibility and click Change Settings for all users, and where it says Compatibility Mode, make sure this is checked and it's says run this program in compatibility mode 4, and click Windows Vista, then click apply, and then you can click OK, and restart it if you have it open, and open it back up, and all your problems should be fixed. Of course, if you're on Windows Vista, you probably don't have to do this because you probably don't have problems. This is primarily for Windows 7 users. If you're on Windows 8, I don't know if it'll work for you. You can give it a shot. It might work. I haven't tested it yet because I don't own Windows 8. But what you're going to do is make a new thing if you haven't already. And then what you're going to want to do is browse your stuff or whatever. And I have a sample heart gold footage that I can use here. So just drag, I'm doing a sample one, drag whatever you want, drag it in here. So for me, I use Desmumi to record my gameplay. I use the in-game recorder. I use, I think it's called Xvid Codex. Doesn't really matter though. So drag your footage in, and you're gonna wanna once you do that, right click and insert insert a video track. And actually, I don't think it really matters. Just drag in the footage a second time. Yeah, just right there. Now what you're gonna want to do is, for this top one here, click on the audio track, hit U on your keyboard, and then just delete it. And then you can just get rid of this whole track. So now you have two of the same footages in the volume. Now for each one, you're going to want to click Properties and uncheck Maintain Aspect Ratio. And if it does that, don't worry, you'll be fine. For that one too. So there you go. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to click Insert New Video Track, and you're going to want to find your what would you say? Your layout. So I'm gonna go locate mine. I have mine on an external hard drive. So I saved mine in video overlays. So here's the default one from no badges. So drag it in at the beginning, drag it all the way to the end of your video. Now you can see that you have it in there, but now you have to line up these screens. Now if you're using Desmumi, this will be easy for you because I'm going to save you a lot of work. Basically, if you were doing this yourself, you could have some trouble. But what you're going to want to do is right click on, it doesn't matter which one, just click on one of them and click Video Event Pan Crop. It'll bring up this screen. Now basically you would have to mess up all these just to get it to here, but I'm going to tell you a little secret, or I'm going to tell you what you can do if you're using Desmumi. So once you get these perfect, you want to make presets, and I have presets already made, so I can tell you what you need. If you're using this style, if it's not like this, then it's not going to work. But if you did it like I did it, let's see, for top screen, the top screen automatically got put in there. So basically, make sure your maintain aspect ratio is off. And for your width, you're going to want it to be 409.6. Your height is 308.3. X center 198.3, and Y center is 145.0. So just put those in, and you will automatically get this top screen here. And then go up here and type Pokemon top screen, and then click this little save button here, and I'll save that preset. So every time that you come back in here, you just click this drop down and you click Pokemon top screen, and it'll automatically put it in there. So I have mine put in there now, and you're going to click your second video and do the same thing, but I'm going to do the bottom screen now. And the bottom screen is a width is 776.1, height 406.0, X center is negative 120.8 and Y center is 192.6. Then again, if you're not using this layout, you're gonna have to do it yourself. But if you are, it's your lucky day. And then make sure you save that as a preset too, so it only takes you like a couple minutes like me. So now that that is all done, if we go all the way back to the beginning, you can see here that it's basically is all lined up. So if you keep watching it, screens are aligned perfectly, and yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Simple as that. And then you just render it out as usual. Now, if you're using Sony Vegas, or you are using Sony Vegas, if you're using Camtasia Studio, you're gonna need to get. I don't know how to do it in there. I can't tell you that one. If you're using Sony Vegas, it's much easier. So that's pretty much all you really need to do. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys learned some things here today. I hope you guys walk away with this with a brand new layout and super easy way to insert videos into your in Sony Vegas. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Been recording for too long here. I'm starting to go nuts. If you want to see a tutorial on how to do those sidebar things, let me know. I don't think it's really that big of a deal if you're smart enough. I'm not trying to call anybody dumb, but if you basically just make the whole same thing and put it up here and save it. You can make it however you want. Creative is, I don't know. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Have fun with your new layout.